been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream. Here's a perspective on full-time RVing and how it differs from camping. How long have we been on the road? How many months?
So 10 months. About
10 months.
Not quite 10 months.
And other at one time in Wildwood, Florida, during the winter in Florida, that we gathered up some pine cones and put them in the fire ring. Other than that, how many fires have we had?
No others.
No others.
Than tonight.
So we're having a fire tonight. We went ahead and bought a few bundles of firewood. So I want you guys to be aware that all your camping paraphernalia, your pie irons, your stokers, your wood turners, your grills that you cook on out, over the grates. We had all that. What was that thing called that we had? The fire thing that, remember, we pounded it in the ground and it spun around. I think we have it in our store even, right?
Campfire grill.
Cooker. Oh, well, there's something else
grill.
too.
Yeah.
We had a campfire grill, and that was a thing that it had a stake that pounded in the ground, and then it had a big grate that you would swing over the fire and cook with. We got rid of that. We also had a thing called the the cooker can. I can't remember the guy's name, but Sean something, campfire cooker can. It's in our store, and that's for the people that are camping still, but which was awesome. It worked awesome. But anyways, we had that. We had all these different pie irons that we used to cook our breakfast with our kids when we camped. We also had a complete fireplace. We went to a yard sale. I talked about that in the past. Go to the yard sale and you collect an old fireplace poker set that has the big scissors that you can pick up logs and move them, and then of course the fire poker, and then a little shovel and stuff. We had all of that, and now we don't have any because it's just not feasible for us to do this. This is a rare occasion. Good morning, YouTube. We are still at Whaler's Rest. We've got it tentatively. We're here for 10 days. How long have we been here? 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. We haven't been here 4 days, have we?
Today's the 20th.
So this is the 4th day?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Time flies. Speaking of time flies, you know who else flies? The people driving around this park. Dude, listen, people, I'm going to tell you this. Everybody that's watching this, when you are driving, you don't know how slow 5 is until you look at your speedometer or your GPS or whatever, and you realize that even though you're crawling, you are still doing 4.6. And as soon as you bump the throttle, that's it. So here's my tip. Everybody explore the transmission of your tow vehicle or your motorhome. And what I mean by that is, everybody put it in manual, put it in low 1. You will not necessarily go over 5 miles an hour as long as you don't keep your foot on the throttle. See, a lot of these people, even towing their RVs, these transmissions have 4, 5, 6, like ours, 10 gears. So the first couple of gears, the vehicle's made to tow and get going. So it doesn't seem like you're going that fast, but you shift from first to second, and second is, now good for 15 miles an hour. So yeah, these people are flying through here. And it's unsafe. There's kids that... The sad part was I seen a lady coming through with a full-size truck that was 4-wheel drive, had big tires on it and everything, and she was doing like 15 miles an hour. Her kid was sitting in the passenger seat, and of course he wasn't buckled in or anything, and that kid must have been 4 or 5 years old, and he was tiny. He was of a tiny build. He was very small, and I thought, you know what, lady, if you had your child running through this park, there's a good chance at that speed with her truck, she would just flatten them. Not even know that there was a person out there. So anyways, it's just me ranting about that. Other than that, the park's really quiet. It's interesting, you know, with all this old trees and foliage. We had a little bit of a fire last night. When I say a little bit, I mean a little. It was a little fire. All I've been doing is really editing video and catching up. We needed to do stuff. That's why we got here for a longer period of time. We of course, like I said, edit video, get videos posted, and shop. We had to go grocery shopping, load up with whatever groceries we were short on. The only other thing we need to do is propane. We need to fill one of our propane tanks, because after this we'll be hitting the road, and we will stop at a campground for, well, we'll be stopping at numerous campgrounds, but we will right now know that we're going to be stopping at one for about 5 days. So if we don't get the propane here, I'm sure we could get it there. But we're just existing. So I want to talk about, we had a comment the other day about how messy our RVs are. Listen, I want to tell you, and you guys know this, I don't care how much you want to deny it. Everybody's house, not RV, is usually a little messy. If you think about it, you don't necessarily see their house messy because they hurry up and clean up when company's coming. Our house is not messy. Our RV is not messy. When you have this much stuff, and it's not a lot, but when you just have the amount of stuff that's needed to live every day in an RV, unless you have a huge RV, you're going to have stuff that's out. You're going to have stuff that needs put away. No matter what you do, as soon as you come back in from outside, for example, you were cleaning something outside, here's something that needs put away. I mean, it just happens. So Heidi had just been outside, and she had done some cleaning, and that's something that needs put away. She's doing dishes. The dishes need to dry. Of course, you could towel dry them all, but that takes time. We don't have to worry about it. We have a dish drainer. That's why we have a double sink. That's why the dishes are in there. So yes, it looks like that's messy. The table back there's my workstation. You know, I have a tablet too. Look how messy that looks. Look how disorganized all this looks. And I don't have really anything out. I have my nose spray that I just used prior to getting out of the shower. I have all these charging cables that are plugged into charging ports ready to go when I need to plug something in to charge it. I have these cables that are ready to transfer my camera footage into the computer. I mean, it looks disorganized just from this bit. And then this is all storage. This is just the catch-all for, you know, our other router that we're not using right now, another router that we might start using again. And then over here, this is stuff that when we're traveling has no place really to go. This fan goes underneath the table here, the dinette table. The tote goes back either on the bed or on the dinette here. It's pretty much empty. That's extra drinking water if necessary. And then there's an ottoman back there that she keeps her pressure cooker in, or her Instapot. And then her Cricut. The umbrella and the board that's used for transporting that keeps the table from scooting out here on the floor. So,
Hey, Michael.
It looks disorganized.
I'm not really sure why you're addressing this.
Why?
Nobody else lives in here but us.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm just gonna delete the comments about messiness.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And then if there is derogatory comments, I'm gonna block you.
Yeah, listen.
We don't have no time for that.
I'll tell you what. You send us a personal video of your house once a week, every week.
Make sure you include inside of your cabinets.
But I want your house to have that single room completely occupied with everything that you own and that you use on a daily basis, because your one room covers our square footage of this whole place.
I can tell you that there's no garbage here. It doesn't smell in here.
It's clean.
And it's not dirty.
It's clean. The floor's clean. We're in our bare feet. Our feet aren't dirty. We can literally walk from my chair, my recliner, into the bedroom and hop in bed, and I don't have any dust bunnies, any crumbs, any dirt, anything in the bed. It's clean. The RV's clean. It's just, if you don't live on the road, if you aren't living in we're in a 26-foot box. That's how big of an area. 26 by 8. And that's not all the space, because we got cabinets and chairs and tables and stuff that protrude into that 26.8. So it's a complete different thing. And you're going to find that there's a lot of other YouTubers that don't show the inside of their RVs. They'll show you them being outside or on a picnic table or something like that. We don't care, because it's not fake to us. This is our life. This is what we do. And again, just like people do with their houses, if those RVers want, and we could too, we could make this place look as sterile as I could throw everything in the bedroom and we could shoot a video and you guys would not think anything about it. The problem is the people that are camping, because when we camped, our RV never looked like this. Our RV was pretty sterile because we didn't have all this crap in it. Anyways, I just thought I'd address that because we had a comment the other day saying, well, you guys are messy. No, we're not messy. We're not messy at all. This is just the way it is. I mean, you have a certain amount of space, and when you put a certain amount of things in that certain amount of space, it looks cluttered. It's not cluttered either. It just has everything that we have put where it needs to be for that time being.
I'm not putting my coffee pot away every day.
I'm not putting the ice maker away every day. And if we
or my Instapot.
If we cooked with the Instapot, we're not putting that away. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's dumb. Same with I'm not putting all this crap away. I'm using it. A complete different topic now. We did forget to mention a couple of subscribers that came down and visited us, John and Mary. And that was at Lewis and Clark RV Park when we were up in Washington, which was really awesome. They drove a little ways to come see us.
Hours.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Yeah.
And
it was nice visiting.
It was nice. Here, Heidi will hold this. They were bearing gifts. Oh yeah, look at that. Irish Death. Isn't that scary? Quilter's Irish Death. It says you're welcome. Oh my.
Also,
yeah. I forgot. Heidi's got her little gift. I gotta rub my eye because I just got out of the shower and I think I have a little eyelash turned crooked.
I got Seattle's best coffee.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna enjoy these.
Yes, absolutely. But I thought, man, we forgot to even mention that. There's a lot of subscribers out there.
Actually, we didn't forget. There was a couple times and we didn't have these with us. They were inside.
Right.
We were outside.
Right.
So,
what are you going to see for this video now? This could be the end. I don't know yet. I don't know how long, how much material we've got. That ride through the park, that's going to be a separate video, just in case somebody's looking at the park and they want to see what it looks like. I don't think that I'm going to add it to this one. We do have to do some laundry while we're here, and we have mail that's coming to us, and we have some packages that are being delivered from Amazon. That's really all we have planned at this point. We just need to catch up. I have some maintenance I still have to do on the truck. I forgot to grease some stuff on the hitch. Believe it or not, a couple of the hitch bars, they make some noise. And that anti-rattle hitch, I have to retighten it again. It's just not to the point where it needs to be yet to keep everything sturdy and not rattling. You see the truck over there wedged in its parking spot. The reason is we went up here and had dinner at the Sandbar, which is a little restaurant that, quite honestly, there's lots of little restaurants that are out here. But look at this view. This is awesome. It's a 16-hour parking limit. So we've been surfing for the last 10 hours. And then we decided that we would go ahead and relax and have some drinks for the last 6 hours. So we've been drinking for 6 hours. Was that right?
I haven't been drinking at all.
Oh, that's right. Heidi hasn't been drinking at all.
I have to be the driver. She
is the driver. So, yeah, this is a nice little area. Where are we at? Newport, yeah, Newport, Oregon. And it's a cool little town. There's a lot of little things, a lot of little quirks. So let me go ahead and give you a once around real quick of what this place looks like. Because I know you can't see this on camera, but let me zoom in a little bit. Look at that over there. Isn't that really cool? kind of that walkway. Now, the cool thing is we just bought one of those houses up on the hill. So we're not going to be able to show you RV movies anymore, or RV videos. Because
he's going to be living by himself.
We're going to be living, and all I'm going to be doing is working 100 hours a week to pay for it.
Well, he's cold.
Well, I'm cold, because it is a cold area. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this place. And then over here, I don't think you're going to be able to see this, but there is a way off in the distance.
The lighthouse?
A lighthouse. But I don't think you're going to be able to see it. There you go. It's very cool, huh? That is a very, very cool thing. So what do you think about the Oregon coast? Well, we think that it's nice. We think that we like it as far as the way that it looks. But honestly, look at all this beach that really nobody can swim in. It's just too damn cold. I think the high today is 66. This is the hottest day pretty much that we've experienced since we've been here. And it's just not warm enough. But what a beautiful view. I'll tell you what we need to do, which we haven't yet, is see a sunset out here, but
it's too early now.
It's too early, and I can't imagine drinking for the next few hours until the sun goes down. But just wanted to give you an idea what it looks like. Heidi and I decided to drive down the coast a bit, and it does not disappoint, let me tell you. There is a decent amount of sun out today, although it's still very cool. You can ask Heidi, you feel pretty cold?
Yeah, it's chilly.
Yeah. But the scenery is incredible. I'm going to make some noise, but so you don't get glare off of the window. Twisty road, all kinds of twisty, which I guess you could expect because it goes along the coast. The other thing is, we went through a little town called Waldport, W-A-L-D Port, Oregon, of course, and then I don't know how to pronounce the next one. It was Y-A-C-H-A-T-S. Ooh, can we go down that way? I don't see why not. It says no parking here. You can go down there. Why not? No RV turnaround BR at this point. Well, that's okay. Not an RV. So, we're heading to Florence, Oregon. I'm going to tell you that, like I said, the scenery is incredible here. It's really cool. I mean, look at this road even, just to get down. I'm impressed. And all these trees that are out on the ocean side, they're all windswept. So they're growing in one direction. It looks like they're painted. Looks like they all have an old Justin Bieber haircut. Recreation pass required. Yeah, well, we ain't got a pass, so whatever. Let's go down here, say how do you do, and then we'll leave. So unfortunately, wind is the issue here, so I don't have the Sony cam. You're just gonna have to deal with the unfortunate wind noise that the phone offers. I don't know about you letting your dog run on the beach like that old skit goes on Saturday Night Live. Remember Jeopardy and the question that Leslie Jones had. And the category was, I don't know. And the question or the statement was, he say his dog don't bite. And she rang in and says, I don't know. He got teeth, don't he? I don't know where Heidi is. Back there taking pictures, I guess. Well, I'll keep on coming down. Look at this. They got the shrubs all trimmed back. Huge rocks. I'll have to say that the coast is definitely scenic. And again, I feel as if this and Washington, they're pretty much side by side there, offers the most because of how lush and green a lot of this is. Morning, YouTube. The last thing that you seen was us yesterday. We'd stopped by one of the beaches here. I'm telling you, if you drive up the coast, it's
national park after national park. There's a lot of them along the way.
If you can't, well, I don't know how reservations are because we see
all the campgrounds.
A lot of RVs. There's a lot of RVs that go up and down this coast. I don't know if you've noticed that in our videos when we were crossing the road or when we're showing you, parts of the places we're going to. There are some. If I was to walk out here right now on 101 and stand, today's Friday. Oh yeah, I say within 5 minutes we see at least 2 RVs. At least 2. There's just a lot of RVs out here, and for good reason. Every spot you stop, for the most part, you have access to some really nice views and the beach. It's not our cup of tea.
It's too chilly.
It's too cold, and you can't really use the beach. I mean, other than just to go be in nature with the beach. But even then, it's pretty difficult to walk around with your feet in the sand.
At least for us.
For us, yeah. I mean, we like, hot temperatures. I don't know. It's just different. But as far as beauty, as far as beaches go, by far, Florida beaches, you just have lots of sand and very little, nature, I guess, going on as far as your scenery. I mean, you see the water, you see the mist, you might see a water spout, you might see dolphins out in the water. You could see all that over here. The difference is there's no rocks and cliffs and hills and caves, and of course you got sea lions and stuff like that out here that you don't really see in Florida. Not in the frequency here. It's just different, and the feel also. The air that's coming off of this water is just cold. It's just brisk. So. I guess if you are living inland in this state and your experience, I'm talking about quite a ways inland, and your experience, an 80-degree day, a 90-degree day, and it's been like that for, 5 days, an escape to the beach to cool off, you really don't have to get in the water to cool off. Whereas on the East Coast, on those hot days, you get to the beach and it's just as hot, but you do get a breeze coming off of the water. It's a warm breeze, but it's such a breeze that you get cooled off that way. It's definitely different. And I'm sure if we went down to which we're not going to, not to ruin this, but I'm sure if we went down the California coastline, things would change, it would change. But I kind of get the idea, the sense of why, whenever we watch movies from out here, that everybody had, surf suits on and stuff like that. Nobody were, people that we see go surfing all these years, like in Florida, they're just in swim trunks, and they go out on the water. Some of them wear suits to protect themselves from sunburns and maybe some windburn on some level too. But anyways, it's just different. I'm glad we got to experience it.
It is very pretty, though.
Yeah, the views are really, I definitely Washington and Oregon, by far. I can't. It's like having some of the beauty of the hills of West Virginia and the mountains of West Virginia. Same with North Carolina, but then you throw in the ocean and all the features that come along with that. So it's kind of cool. Of course, the East Coast, I'm sure, has that going up the coast more, which we'll explore one day. However, talking about exploration, what's our plans? What do you say our plans are?
Our plans are...
fluid.
Yeah. We're heading back to Ohio.
So, what's that for?
Medical treatment.
Yeah, I need to get to the VA, and the thing is, I can go to any VA, but there's kind of a process involved there. It's not as quick and easy. You're having your main care provider back, in my case in Canton, try to make decisions on how to schedule me for visits and stuff like that to, the support hospital, which who knows where that might be. And the thing is every day, it doesn't make a difference. Every day I have some sort of a stomach issue that's going on, and I'm taking so many pills as it is. It was identified as GERD, but my eating has slackened so much. It's just a routine. It's just a major routine. And even during the day, I've got to watch what I eat. I can't eat too fast. I'm chewing the crap out of my food, making sure, it's just a routine. And I think that I need basically something looked at. So we're going to do that. I don't want this to become a health channel. So I get it. Everybody's got their own, hey, I have GERD. I know. It's a pain in the butt. But mine has gotten to an extreme, and I thought it was but I'm losing weight. So it's not getting better with the weight that I lost. I'm still way overweight, but it's still not getting better with the weight that I lost. And it should be getting better on some level. So back to Ohio. Yeah, go figure that out. Now, the good news is we have stuff that is being sent back to Ohio anyways. We have our new electric bikes that are going to be delivered back to Ohio. Like I mentioned before in previous videos, we've had a few people that's interested. No matter where we go, we post it on Facebook Marketplace for our rad power bikes, selling those. We want to get into these other ones that are a little bit more portable and see what happens. Plus, I've been riding my scooter almost exclusively. However, I did get out my bike. When was that? Oh, when we were in Oregon, because we're in Oregon, and Oregon requires me to wear a helmet to ride a scooter. And electric bikes, you don't have to wear a helmet. So I rode the bike the first day, but then I rode the scooter after that. The path that we're going to take back to Ohio, not a direct one. We're still going to see stuff all the way there, so you guys can stay tuned. It's not like we're tucking tail and making a beeline back to Ohio. We are not. We're going up through, as the plans go right now. We are leaving here, going down to California for a little bit, then through Nevada, then back through Idaho and Utah. We're going to get up into Montana, then North Dakota, South Dakota. We're going to head down the Mississippi River, eventually working our way all the way down to Oklahoma. Then we'll be going probably up through Arkansas, Missouri, and then at that point, once we get out of Missouri, that will pretty much be a beeline back to Ohio at that point. I think there's a lot of good stuff coming in store, because I think this is probably going to be the toughest trip that we've put on our vehicles. Because at this point, all of our tires on the truck and the trailer are approaching a decent amount of wear. The truck tires for sure. The RV tires are looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good, but you got to figure that we are over 10,000 miles on the RV with the tires that are on there. The tires that are on there actually have probably about 8,000 miles on them, which they should go longer than that. But, remember I had a problem with that axle, so I had some weird wear there. And then the truck, those tires, we have 15,000 miles on the truck now, or 16,000 miles on the truck. And the tires, I've got to rotate them and keep them going, because the rear tires have more weight on them than the front, obviously. And usually it's the other way around. The fronts wear out faster. So I think that, and the bearings, just in general. I mean, whenever you're going, we're looking at about 4,000 miles over the next couple weeks. Yeah, it'll be interesting, to say the least. That's another oil change at some point. Not in the wind. I know not to do it in the wind.
We don't really have to.
The thing is with that truck, the oil change with a semi-synthetic, or what they call a semi-blend, says it go 10,000 miles. You're supposed to go 10,000 miles between oil changes. Or, like I mentioned before, there is a program that's built into Ford's trucks for their oil life percentage. They know how much hard driving, how much towing, hauling I'm doing. It knows how much idling I'm doing, what temperatures I'm operating at, and it calculates the oil life percentage based on all those parameters. And Ford says go by that. Well, at 4,000 miles, we were at 42% left. So you can get an idea. We could get close to probably 8,000 miles before an oil change, which I just don't prefer to do. We'll have to see. So that's going to be our update. Heidi wants to get going. We have a package here with a bunch of mail that we're missing out on. We also have get propane. Got to get propane. We're one tank down.
Got filters.
Yeah, we have our filters for our water filtration system out there, which will be nice. We'll have to. That's a separate video that'll be coming up. We're going to show you how to change the filters on that filtration system that we bought for the RV, which is, there's a peace of mind that goes along with that. Trust me, when you come into some of these parks, it's just, when you come into the park and there's a green slime coming out of the faucet, you'd be awful happy you're hooking up a bunch of filters before it comes in here. This is down in the links. I talked about this in the previous video. It's awful nice. It's close. It is close. It's off by maybe 0.1 gallons, maybe 0.2 at the most. So whatever this reads, just count on the fact that you have a little bit more than that in there. Now, I know that we have about 8 gallons in there now, and I want to be running with about closer to 15 gallons. And, it's primitive. It's just a little spinning wheel that's inside there that measures what goes through. I mean, you can blow in it, and you can show that there's actually gallons going through it. It's like a little pinwheel that's in there. But, this is better than us having to get out our phones and do a timer and measure out each campground, how much it flows. And, we've got a gallon that we have to fill to time the gallon. And anyways, yeah, save a drop. It works real easy. It's easy. It just screws on. We misplaced it, so definitely keep track of it. Find a place for it that you'll remember where it's at. Well, we got a sunset, but apparently us sitting here for the last 45 minutes. These people wanted to do this right when the sun's terminating into the water. Whatever.
Break a leg.